February 13th. Devote yourselves to prayer, being watchful and thankful. Colossians 4:2. Prayer isn't always easy. In fact, it is often a struggle. 3 of the most common hindrances to meaningful prayer are disappointments, distractions, and dullness. And in this short verse, we have the exhortation to push past these hindrances to our prayer life. Disappointment in prayer causes us to give up. We don't see answers to our prayers. We feel as though things are actually getting worse. It seems as if God is not even there, or if He isn't hearing us. Paul says, devote yourselves to prayer. We are to continue to pray with even more intensity despite the apparent lack of reward, to endure despite the temptation to give up, and to stay in a fixed direction despite the difficulties. Distraction may be the chief enemy of prayer. Who among us has not sat down to pray and found our minds wandering before we know it? But it's more than that. We let the daily busyness of life and the things we prioritize distract us from giving prayer priority. Paul exhorts, be watchful. The word literally means to stay awake. We need to be alert when we pray. We need to be vigilant about the things that would keep us from praying. We need to give strict attention to our prayer life, that it is aligned with what God desires. Dullness is defined as arousing little interest, lacking liveliness, boring. Does that sound like how most people view prayer? How we have perverted this precious gift that God has given us. We treat prayer like a tedious duty to be performed, when in fact it is the highest privilege God has given us. Paul writes, be thankful. If we are thankful for the gift of prayer and all that it implies, that we are sons and daughters of God, that we have access to the throne room, and that we have been called into kingdom partnership with Jesus, prayer will never be dull. Instead, it will be the most exciting thing we do. Today, spend a few moments letting go of past disappointments in prayer, identifying distractions to giving prayer priority, and confessing any dullness you have allowed to creep into your prayer life. Today's prayer. Lord, help me cultivate a prayer life that is devoted, watchful, and thankful.